Hello, everyone. So, today there is another system design problem statement that we would like to discuss. And this problem is messaging app. It could be any messaging app, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. So, the system design problem that we would like to cover, I would like to cover here is storing chat messages. How much data you need in order to store chat messages, right? So, if that is the question coming from the system, I mean, from the engineers or interviewers to you, then you have to come forward with a strategy. So please follow one of the standard that wherever you are confident at. I just want to share my thought, my perception of how one should tackle, how I would tackle any system design problem, and specifically focusing on the foundation, the basic building blocks of any component diagrams or anything which we are creating in next step. So a chat message, right? Storage system, it allows users to exchange messages in real time, so ensuring these messages are stored securely, retrieved efficiently, and available for analytics or backups. So there are different reasons to store the chat, right? So you store the chat for archival. Also you have to follow some compliance, like it should be stored securely, and there are many things. So uh, basically, I would not cover here this system design for messaging app. Rather, I will focus on one important element, which is like numbers, data estimates for storing chat messages when there is a messaging app, right? So, but of course, like high level, you know what is chatting app. High level, everyone knows what are the functional requirement, real time message storage, right? Message retrieval for individual or group chat, support for attachment like images, files, videos. So your chat messages could be images, files, videos. It could be anything. And then non-functional requirements should have your fast access to all the messages that you're storing in. So without wasting time, let's go and just check what interviewer can ask. Interviewer is asking, estimate the storage required for a messaging app with 50 million daily users. All right, 50 million daily users, each sending 20 messages per day, 500 bytes per message, right? Data is retained for 1 year. Wow, what a cool system uh, requirement, or is it, let's say, a question. 50 million daily users, that's fine. Each sending 20 messages per day, and the size of every message is 500 bytes. I would always recommend to watch my video, which is the cheat sheet. There you can easily generalize or memorize some of the common data size for log entries, for a row in a table, for a video, for an image. I made that particular video in a very, I would say, good way, so that you can memorize lots of things. You do not need to come again and think from the very scratch. So let's go and see clarifying requirements. Users per day. So users per day, it's like 50 million. It is clear from the problem statement. Messages per user, 20. We got it. Message size, 500 bytes. That also we got it from the question. Retention, 1 year. So the requirement is all the messages should be retained into the system at least for 1 year. So you see here, we need to come and conclude the unit, the atomic unit we are talking about here, so that we can calculate whatever we need. So the atomic unit we are talking here is day. So daily storage, let's work on that. 50 million, 50 and 6 zeros. Again, zeros, they play a very important role. And triplets and zeros make things easy. 20 messages per user, so multiply times 20. 500 bytes is the size of one message, so you do times 500. So if you do this, 5 times 2 is 10, and then you have 3 zeros and one more zero, so it altogether comes out to be 500 million kilobytes, right? And why I say that, you just take 20 from here and this zero here, so this byte will be converted into kb, right? Kb, kilobytes. Now it will be 5 times 2 is 10, and you give 10 to 5, so it will be 50, and then it will be 2 zeros, and then it will be like that. Again, 3 zeros kb is mb, 3 zeros mb is gb, right? So 500 GB is the daily storage. 500 GB is the daily storage. Yes, it's right. Now, very simple, yearly storage, you need to multiply it by 365 day, because the atomic unit that we started worked on was day. It was daily unit. So 500 GB per day times 365. So again, do not ever go into the very detailed multiplication, right? If you know some basic tricks, of course you go for that, but I usually prefer not to go into that. It's 365, so I can either take 360 if the number is easy, or I can say like 400 times 5, so it would be very easy for me. So it is coming around 200,000 GBs, right? Because if it is 400 and it is 5, so it's 200, so 200,000 GBs, it will be coming around uh 200 TBs. All right. So, and if it is 365, you can just come, let's say, 190 TBs. So you can always come with those approximate numbers. No one is going to shout on you. I'm telling you, no one is going to judge on this, because everyone understand the fact that you know the basic concepts. That is the important thing, right? So yeah. Now, again, if it is a data, you must always talk about compression factor. As you know, wherever data comes in, compression factor plays a very crucial role in saving a lot of cost. So let's talk about compression. If it is 50%, let's see that 91 terabytes of data is the storage requirement. So this particular TB requirement is the actual cost that a user has to pay. I mean, that the company has to pay, who is having the service which is running the WhatsApp, which is supporting the WhatsApp messaging platform. All right. So if they have 50 million users coming to their platform, let's say WhatsApp, okay. So WhatsApp platform, who is handling a traffic of 50 million users per day, per user writing 20 messages, 500 bytes, has to have 91.25 terabytes of data requirement, right? Yearly data requirement. And every day they need around 500 GB of data. Isn't it too much? Yes, it's a big number. 500 GB of data is something which they need every single day. So this 50 million is a rough number. Again, this is again, I'm talking about something in terms of data estimations. We're not focusing on the whole system design problem for WhatsApp or some messaging app, because we'll be covering that in my separate series. Okay. I'll be planning to just demystify all these system designs in small series, focus on data estimations, focus on latency and throughput. And then when we are confident in that, we'll slowly and gradually move towards the Miro and other platforms to connect those component diagrams. And then we'll see, get more confidence in connecting all those. Some of those components, they are very generalized component. They can be reused anywhere they can be plugged in any system. We'll talk about those generalized component or generalized services as well. They're very common. Okay, so I'll be making those videos in separate series. I hope you got this. I hope you like this, the way I'm explaining you. In real system design problems, you can again definitely get the clarifying question upfront. Okay, 50 million users, how many of them are active? Things like that. Okay, so the final answer for this, approximately 182.5 TB uncompressed, 91.25 TB compressed data requirement for 1 year. From here, thank you very much. It was nice, and I hope you like it. I see you in other video.